Good evening, welcome to the Fire Burns Within channel again. How you all doing? Saturday night, very warm. This is going to be a quick one. This is a quick fire, pretty quick fire. Megadeth, probably my favourite band growing up when I got into metal. Well, not growing up, but when I finally got into metal, I was like in my early 20s. Like 21 or so. I wasn't a young metalhead, I'm afraid, sorry. But anyway, I heard Megadeth, I got into Megadeth. I love Megadeth. I've seen Megadeth, God, over 10 times. I'd say probably 14 times, I don't know, 13, 14 times. Same with Maiden. But Megadeth I've seen so many times. Yeah. There's lots of Megadeth album ranking videos out there. I'm not going to talk a lot. I'm just going to rank them in reverse order. A couple of lines on each album. My list is going to be, I'd say, with a couple of surprises, but fairly similar to most people's. So I don't want to labour the point, but just thought I'd do a Megadeth ranking video anyway for the hell of it, because it's worth doing just to get my opinions out there. Anyway, in last place, 15th, is Risk. Not a bad album, but not a good Megadeth album. Just not what the fans were expecting. I mean, it's just a step too far into different realms, far away from the band's roots. But I like it. I didn't hate it. I mean, it's got some good songs. I enjoy it. But it still lasts. Number 14, The World Needs a Hero. This was like the album after Risk, and it was a step in the right direction, but it was still, I don't know, it was a little bit uninspired. There's some good songs on it, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a step in the right direction for sure, but I don't know, it just didn't really get going. It was a good album, but it wasn't really, I don't know, what the fans wanted. Number 13, Super Collider. This gets a lot of hate. I don't really know why. I mean, is it full of surprises? No. I mean, it's a melodic latter period Megadeth album. It's not thrashy. There's hints of thrashiness, but it doesn't last long. The production is good. I don't see any problem with it. The songs are okay. There's some good songs on there. It's not as bad as many people say it is, but still only 13th. Number 12 in the list is the album 13. Yeah, again, a latter-day Megadeth album, good solid heavy production. Some songs are a bit average, just don't do a lot for me, but it's still a very good album. It's solid. I mean, you know what you're getting with latter-day Megadeth, you know, pretty solid, some good thrashy songs as well. Okay, number 11. This is where I get in a little bit of trouble, I think. I've put the debut, Killing Is My Business, and Business Is Good at number 11. I mean, I think it's a very good album, but I don't know, I just think there's better to come. I mean, it was very raw, very speedy, very thrashy, like screamy, you know, very aggressive, punky, lots of attitude, some killer riffs as well, good songs, but I don't know, I've still put a lot of other albums ahead of it. Probably, I don't know, some would say wrongly, but it's my opinion. Number 10, again, I don't know, I thought about this and I thought, well, I love half the album, and half the album doesn't do a lot for me, and it's So Far So Good So What. Also, the production's not the best. There's some songs I love on the album, but then there's other parts where, I don't know, it's just not doing a huge deal for me, but it is got some crackers on it as well. I mean, from here on in, I'd say all albums are at least pretty good. Number 9 is The System Has Failed. This was the comeback album after Dave injured his arm, and then I don't know, rehab and all that. Came back. This was supposed to be the Dave Mustaine solo record, and then the record company said no, we want a Megadeth record, so he had to release it under the Megadeth banner. It was a really good record, very melodic as usual, very catchy. You could sort of tell it's like a Mustaine solo record, because some of the vibe in some of the songs is sort of like a little bit far away from Megadeth. Not hugely, but a little bit. And then there's other songs which are pretty close to what you would expect from Megadeth. Number 8. United Abominations. I really enjoyed this album. I think it's a really solid... A little bit towards the end of the catalogue, but round about in the middle, I'd say. Yeah, well, 8 is pretty much bang in the middle. Very good album, rock solid, little bit thrashy, but still with melodies as well. Number 7 is Endgame. A very solid album. I mean, a lot of fans give praise for this one. I think, yeah, I like it as well. It's rock solid. It's got thrashy parts, much heavier parts than the albums surrounding it, and then it's still got the melodic songs as well. So it's the best of both worlds, I think, that Endgame is. Number 6 is Cryptic Writings. To me, this album is quite underrated. I think this album, you know, gives you a like Endgame, gives you a good range of the Megadeth material. It will give you melodic songs. It will give you quite thrashy songs. It will give you some experiments. It will give you great riffs. It'll give you a lot of different styles. I mean, I think it's quite underrated, Cryptic Writings. Okay, the top 5. Dystopia, the most recent album. I think most Megadeth fans were very happy with this release. I mean, it's pretty thrashy. The production is superb, very clean, very heavy. The solos are good. The songs are memorable. You know, it's a very solid, enjoyable, thrashy, yet still got the melodies of more recent material. Very good album. Okay, the top 4. Number 4 is Euthanasia. Very melodic. Probably the most melodic Megadeth album ever. Very good on the melodies. Very catchy songs. Dave's voice is, I'd say, his best singing. His attempts at singing on this album. I mean, other albums he's sort of like talking, screaming, comes singing, but on this album he's mostly just singing, and he does a very good job on the vocals. I enjoy most of the songs on Euthanasia. I think it's a really good album. Top 3. Number 3, Peace Sells But Who's Buying. A lot of people love this one. A lot of people put it at number 1. I also love it, but between the top 3 it's close, but Peace Sells for me sits at number 3. It's a great album, great riffs, very thrashy, much better produced than the debut, very technical as well, very cool riffs. Number 2, and this will give away the number 1, of course, is Countdown to Extinction. This was the first Megadeth album I heard. I fell in love with Megadeth after hearing this. I played this to absolute death. I was toying with putting this at number 1, but then I put You Know What at number 1. I just thought, well, I just can't deny that one. But Countdown to Extinction is an awesome, melodic, sort of like streamlined, very cool thrash album. It's not like thrashy, technical, but very chunky, very groovy, very well produced, you know, crystal clear, punchy riffs, good vocals from Dave singing, you know, with his famous snarl all the time, very catchy. But obviously the number 1 is Rust in Peace, as you've guessed. I mean, I can't deny it. I heard Countdown to Extinction, then I worked backwards to Rust in Peace, and Rust in Peace was like, it shocked me almost. It blew me away because it doesn't really sound anything like Countdown to Extinction. Countdown to Extinction is like almost a different band. I mean, when I first heard Rust in Peace, I was like, God, this is like insane. This is like the riffs are just mental. Flying here, there, and everywhere. The solos, the screaming vocals, but still making very catchy riffs, very catchy song arrangements. Nothing is like gets boring at one point or any other parts that you might think. So there you have it. That's my countdown for Megadeth. I even talked a little bit more than I was thinking. I was thinking about a 5-minute video and it's gone to 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So there you have it. Risk, World Needs a Hero, Super Collider, 13. Killing Is My Business. A bit low, I know. So Far So Good So What. Again, a bit low. Sorry about that. The System Has Failed. United Abominations. Endgame. Cryptic Writings, underrated. Dystopia, Euthanasia, Peace Sells, Countdown to Extinction, and the almighty Rust in Peace. Over and out.